Alright, so last time on Horrible D&D Time, our crew found themselves restlessly preparing for the upcoming day. Zelphine called upon her father and asked him about his past. The man regaled her of a tale of arrogance and folly of youth that reflected similarly on Zelphine's own past deeds. When he was done, he made her promise to try and make it out of there alive, for one cannot atone, in his eyes, if they throw their life away. Meanwhile, Saoirse and Brimstone headed out into the night and stopped at the Church of Saloon. The church provided Brimstone with materials he requested: a basic textbook on lycanthropes, information about a nearby order of werewolves, werebears, they were werebears, and a chart with the phases of the moon. The moon being due to be full tomorrow night. Before they left, the priestess Renee told Saoirse that a man she had been looking for had been spotted talking to the Brotherhood members. They then headed towards the watch station in which Tyrell Bladestone was being kept. He was uncooperative and still believed himself to be the hero of his story. He took Brimstone's words very lightly and only seemed to show any kind of remorse when Saoirse spoke to him, shaking the man to his core. They all headed back and settled in for the night, all except Riley, who spent all night trying to work on her shawl she promised the drow Charlie. Brimstone, too, had a fitful night as he was visited by Zariel, the Archduchess of Avernus. She was furious that Brimstone had not been sending her souls as of late, and was particularly angry at the fact he refused to kill the man she had granted him power to kill. As such, she took away the gift she has once given him, the inability to dream. This, however, proved to be somewhat of a boon, as once that was revoked, Brimstone found himself in the hut of his grandmother, the hag Lydia. Lydia went on to explain that despite being dead, night hags linger as they are the cause of regular nightmares in the world. When Brimstone had cut himself off from dreams, it may have reduced the pain that he felt during these dreams, but it also cut him off from the connection of any joy he could find with his grandmother's company. The two of them spent a pleasant rest in the night discussing what Brimstone had been up to all this time. As the sun begins to creep over the horizon, Riley, you're hit with sunbeams in your face as you realize you haven't slept at all night and take a level of exhaustion there.
Yep. I can feel it too in real life.
Big mood.
Am I the player or am I in the game? Oh god!
Riley, is you?
Riley is me. Yeah, she's just like... I feel like she just kind of, like, super hyper-focused on this, shawl that she's making, and she actually probably completed, and once she got done with it, she realized that, like, oh, it's light. Light is outside. Oh, no.
Yeah, what does the shawl look like?
It's like a, deep purpley, like, black, and kind of like sheer, and it has little, yellow and white stars on it, and it's like just a nice shawl. Shawl. There we go.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, and yeah, it's really nice and sleek and cute. Has little tassels on the bottom.
Cute.
Yeah. Like, perfect, but also, she does not feel well.
Yeah. It like that immediately, haha, I am done. Oh boy. Get immediately hit by that aftermath of finishing a thing and then exhaustion.
It's like a studying all-nighter.
Yep.
Exactly, yeah.
And you have the test today, oh no!
Yep,
Exactly.
the second wind has gone away, and now it's just exhaustion.
Yeah, you got the completion serotonin, and now the adrenaline is gone.
Yep.
Yep. Oh no, the test is today. So she
No,
just
Fire
kinda-
Lord Ozai, you're not wearing any pants.
Oh no! A nightmare. Anyway, she'll do what I do when I do an all-nighter, and I just shrug and go downstairs and get something to eat. Like, this is how my day's gonna go, I guess.
Alright, and we'll cut to Eamon now. You've actually probably been awake for like an hour already doing your morning routine. You and Estelle have ended up going on another date and ended up back at your place.
I'm making Estelle eggs or something while thinking about last night's subtext.
Yeah, and she's kind of like almost rocking back and forth in the chair as she's like got her fingers out and she's like counting on them as she's like listing stuff off. But she's been like telling you about her home village and her father, who's the tailor of the village, who taught her how to make hats and other accessories. But she pauses when it comes to talking about her mother. I know she was there when I was little. Father said she went off to do something important. But that was before she left. And I don't know what that important thing was. She said she wouldn't be gone long. But, you know, elves. She probably thinks she hasn't been gone that long.
It's okay, my mom did the same thing.
I just wish I knew what was so important.
Well, I'm sure you'll find her eventually. You are a powerful mage, after all.
Oh, yeah. Did I ever tell you about the day I first found out about my powers?
That sounds like a very fun story.
Someone was trying to steal from my father's shop.
Not as fun as I thought.
And I went to go stop him, and I kinda lit his sleeve on fire.
That is actually kind of funny.
It was a little funny. It was a little terrifying at the time. I didn't know I could do that. And like,
No, that is exactly. No, I see what you mean.
so I patted him out, and he returned the goods because he was terrified of me and ran away. So at least he didn't get too hurt.
You know, honestly, if he's gonna steal stuff from your dad's shop, maybe he had some first-degree burns on his forearm. Aren't such a bad, dissuasion for the future.
Yeah.
When I first found out about my powers, I was in a slightly less comfortable position. When I was a kid, I was too big to spar with the other humans my age. You know, half orc and all. We grow a little quicker. So I would always spar with the adults, and they would almost always beat my ass. So one day, when I was having my ass particularly beat, I got real upset. And I prayed for the first time while my face was down in the mud. And before I knew it, my sword was glowing with holy light, and I had finally hit my teacher right in his big, stupid chest.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I passed out. I got so beat up during that fight. That's actually why they call me Eamon the Bloodied, if you can believe it.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. Wonder if they'll give me a new nickname soon.
Oh, probably. You haven't been bloodied, and as far as I can tell, you're really shiny. You should be Eamon the Shiny. Because that armor's really shiny.
I like that. I don't know. I admit, I don't normally... I wasn't always great at opening up to people. And maybe I'm not always the best at explaining my emotions, but my mom taught me that one of the ways to do that is through song. And then Eamon just whips out a guitar. Will you allow me to serenade you as you eat your breakfast?
She makes the highest pitched squeak that you've ever heard in your life as she, like, shoves a mouthful of eggs in her face and she covers it.
All right, so Eamon starts playing, and he goes, "Legends speak of a knight in shining armor, and a maiden fair trapped in the villain's lair, that the knight protects from those who'd harm her. But despite all that steel and heroic zeal, nobody can see how he hurts inside, and he hides behind his foolish pride. And there's so many things that he'd love to say, but he just doesn't know where to start until he finds the one who takes the armor off of his heart. There are fairy tales of long ago, full of romancing and bravado, but the princess is pale when compared to you, and all the wondrous things you do. Quick hands, quick wits, as you deftly sew and knit a tapestry of beauty and wonders that makes my heart beat like a roaring thunder. There are just so many things I want to say to you, but I don't know where to start until I learn how to take the armor off of my heart. As I hope, as I pine for your hand to be in mine, I pray a tear every single day, hoping that you might feel the same way. When I look in your eyes, my spirits rise, because when I'm with you, I can just be me, and I feel so alive, and I feel so free, and the reason I can say what I want to say is that you're so damn pretty and smart, that you found the spell to take the armor off of my heart." And then Eamon is going to lean in and kiss Estelle.
She is as bright as a tomato as you give her a little smooch, and she, like, swallows the eggs that she was holding in her mouth, and she goes, "Ah!"
Good eggs.
Good eggs!
You're a good egg.
Oh. You're a good egg, too.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Fade to, maybe just fade to black for this one.
Yep. And we'll cut back. Hey, Zelphine, you awake and realize you fell asleep on the couch in the study. And at some point during the night, Percy's head has slipped off of your shoulder and has slipped onto your lap. He's snoring away.
So Zelphine is a little startled at first. She's used to not actually sleeping that deeply. She comes about as close to just trancing as a half-elf could. But at some point, sitting up on the couch asleep, her head falls over to the side, and with one big snore, she kind of wakes herself up and is just kind of looks around a moment, taking in her surroundings. Is like, okay, fell asleep in the study. Something is... Oh! And notices that he is on her lap. And, realizing that her, hands had kind of, been resting, on him, with him being there, kind of, lifts him and is just sitting there with her hands up, not knowing where to put them anymore. Just a moment of, oh no, oh no. And just looking around as if to try to figure out some way to, get out of, where she's at without disturbing him, and realizes that's not going to happen, so kind of gently nudges his shoulder to try to wake him.
Yeah, what would we roll for this? Roll me! Perception to see if you can figure out the right way to push him awake.
Okay. Well, let me get on the right thing so I can actually see. That was a 14.
Cool. Yeah, with the 14, you kind of, push on his back a little bit, and then, push on his shoulder, and you can feel him, start to move a bit. And he, stretches almost like a cat as he gets up and goes... and he turns and looks at you and freezes for a second. Turns a little bit dark blue around his cheeks and goes, I'm gonna go make some coffee, and gets up to walk away.
Yeah, Zelfine was sitting there, her ears are just bright red at this point, and her hands were still up, and she's just like, okay. And it takes her a moment, like, after he leaves to be like, I should probably also get up, I guess.
Yeah, as you, like, take that moment, you start smelling the smell of that coffee as he, like, starts grinding beans in the other room. And Riley, you smell that as you start heading down the stairs.
Coffee, need coffee.
You and me both. I'm just gonna mix some right here. It'll be a 5-10 minutes.
Thank you for the bean juice, good sir. She kind of slumps onto a stool.
Zelfine will head out of the study at that point. Her ears are still, like, bright red. And, looking a little bit dazed, but she kind of blinks and looks at Riley and goes, "You look like hell. Did you sleep?"
Well, you look like you got red on you.
Her ears just turned brighter red, and now her cheeks are a little bit too. Did you sleep?
Sleep is for the weak. I am strong.
Riley.
Sleep is for the weak. I am strong.
As you shout that, could you roll me on that wild magic table?
Are you fucking kidding me? Holy shit, no way.
Please.
Okay.
Zelfine has started to approach Riley.
Oh no!
Bean juice.
Gonna need that bean juice soon. Oh, that's a 33.
33. So, like, as you, like, shout that, like, you have a bit of sweat build around your brow, and it turns this bright green.
Eh?
And it, like, bright green sweat starts dripping down your face.
Ugh. Ew, what kind of magic
Riley's a
spell is
Gatorade
this?
commercial.
I was going to say she's sweating Nickelodeon slime.
Holy shit, yeah! For like fucking Ecto Cooler.
Zelfine was approaching her, and it just kind of like her expression had softened. She was approaching, and she was reaching out to kind of comfort her, and she freezes, and like all of a sudden her brow furrows, and she's gonna like take one finger and like touch the sweat that's on her face.
This stuff, you immediately like recoil as you touch it because it like kind of burns a little bit on your hand. It doesn't seem to be burning Riley, but it hurts your finger.
See, this is what happens when you don't rest. You start sweating acid.
I'm sweating what now?
It's acid. You know the stuff that
Really?
like that Tony does.
Riley like wipes her brow and like looks at her hand.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be affecting you as you touch it.
Zelfine's gonna like look over into the kitchen at Percy. Do you have like a rag or something that you don't care about?
He does like a quick little look around as he pours the water into the coffee pot. He looks around, grabs a what looks like a tattered rag from behind the counter and throws it at you and goes, "Here you go."
She's gonna hand it to Riley and be like, "You take care of that."
Yes, she's gonna head to the bathroom and try and get a good look at her face. She's like wiping it down, like what? She almost does a brim and kind of wants to taste it, but she's like, no.
Zelfine's gonna follow her in case she needs any help.
Okay. What's happening? Why does my magic make me sweat acid? What purpose purpose is this?
You're becoming a woman, Riley.
I'm.
Second puberty. Puberty 2.
I mean, my body stops functioning correctly when I don't get enough sleep too. So I mean, yours just manifests in unique ways, like acid.
I don't want to sweat acid.
So then, what are you gonna do tonight?
I'm gonna stay up all night and watch video game tutorials.
What is a video game?
See, you're delirious. You're just making up words. I get it though. I understand that rest is not an easy thing to do right now.
Yeah, Nope, I'm not gonna think about it. Stress bad. We're fine though. We're fine. Everything's fine and okay. And she's still like sweating the goo.
Yeah, at this point it stops.
Okay.
And it as you wash it off, it's gone.
See, goo gone. Goo gone. We're fine now.
Well, there you go.
Today was the day that was supposed to be a full moon, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that Brim probably wakes up at this point.
Yeah, as you wake up, you feel like you're itchy all over.
I was actually going to say, he probably feels itchy all over, and I would say that his hair probably got, noticeably longer. Not, crazy long, but, a couple inches longer.
Yeah.
He gets up, gets up and he, probably, he kind of goes into, the washroom upstairs, I think. 'Cause, yeah, we have a washroom upstairs.
Yeah, there's a washroom at the, there's a couple. There's one in Percy's room, there's one at the end of the stairs, or at the end of the hallway.
So yeah, he goes in the washroom, he looks at himself. He sees his hair in the state that it's in. And he's going to, just sort of, going to go back to his room and he's going to grab the thing of, the bag of Tony's runes.
Yeah.
And he's going to kind of look at them and he's going to, oh, Grandma, if you're out there, let's see, what we got. And he's going to pull a rune from that bag.
All right. So you stick your hand in, pull it out, and you see one that looks like two little arrows kind of nestled into each other, and you know this one means harvest. And you flip the rune over, and you see that there's a turkey on the other side.
That's definitely much to think about at this moment.
It means Thanksgiving.
Oh, it can also mean, reaping. And he will take that, and he will head downstairs to see Riley sweating acid.
Yeah,
Hey,
you basically you pass each other going back into the. She's going into the washroom to clean up from that previous scene, and you're coming downstairs.
Riley, did you sleep at all last night?
Me sleep? Me sleep?
She didn't. That's what that means. She did not.
Don't call me out like that.
Riley, the bags under your eyes look like they have an interdimensional space within them. Like, you're calling yourself out at this point.
They're not bags. It's makeup. I'm making a life choice here.
I'm going to get some breakfast. Anybody want bacon or anything?
Bake Frest.
That's a yes, she does.
Coffee's ready.
It's Sophie's my interpreter.
Brimstone
Alright,
will.
come on, you half flump, and she's gonna try to lead Riley downstairs.
I'm not a flump, you're a flump. We're all flumps.
Brimstone will definitely set about making some breakfast for people. He definitely, I think, eats some of the bacon straight out of the pan.
Oh shit.
Probably a little undercooked too.
Yeah,
Fire
a little bit
resistance.
before it's ready.
Yeah, Saoirse, what are you up to this morning?
Oh, nothing is crazy.
That's a change from the rest of this house.
Yep.
I mean, that's just how Saoirse has been with this.
Yeah, she wakes up, does some, what the hell do religious people do? Devotionals,
Yeah, like clerics and paladins, well, especially clerics, they spend some time in the morning preparing their spells by praying to their god, is how I've always interpreted that kind of setup. Doing a kind of ritual.
So she does all that, ties her hair back into a braid because it seems like we're going to be doing and fighting things today, and she doesn't want that in her face. And just kind of takes her time getting ready and comes downstairs, and there's just so much happening. I imagine a lot of it's happening, and it's like one of those, like when they go back and pan over that somebody's been there the whole time, and it's just Saoirse like in the corner of rooms, just like, what is but just a bunch of that.
And then the camera pans a little bit further over, and Tony's there looking at you going, "They're awfully lively, aren't they?"
Well,
It's the stress.
I guess we can't fault him for that.
There's a lot of emotions in this room. They're all very tasty, but there's a lot of them.
I mean, when you have this many people in one house, that stands to reason, and I hope that's good for you?
Yeah.
I apologize. I don't know much about flumps.
We eat emotions.
Oh.
It's great. Don't worry, you won't notice it being gone. It's just a little bit. Makes me feel all tingly inside.
Well, you enjoy your tingles, sir. I'm going to go get some coffee.
Thank you. And he just kind of does a little spin in the air, all his tentacles flying everywhere.
Saoirse definitely has one of those, like, smiling despite herself expressions, like, just very amused at this. And gets some coffee.
Yeah. Percy hands out coffee to everybody except Zelphine, which he gives you a little cup full of green tea. No sugar, no milk, just green tea.
Her ears are still bright red, and she just kind of nods and thanks.
My grandma got me some fancy tea from out east. Hopefully you'll like this one.
She will, she takes a sip of it, and, her expression brightens a little bit in spite of herself. And she's just like, I don't know if I've had anything from that far east before. It's nice.
I'll have to see what else Grandma can dig up from around there. She always brings back the weirdest stuff. But it's nice. It's always good.
She just kind of goes quiet and drinks her tea.
Yeah, the whole house smells of coffee and eggs and bacon. A little bit of ham.
Like a regular IHOP in here.
Yep. Somehow you look over.
Grand slam.
It's Gandalf slam.
Where's the Grand Slam? Riley's like just raving about Grand Slam.
Grand slam
Where's
Dolph.
the Grand-
Eamon,
Where's the
at that
Grand
point,
Slam?
bursts through the door, and he's carrying a bunch of takeout bags. And he's like, "Who wants a Grand Slam?"
Grand Slam!
Yeah!
And you see Percy's face sour, and he's like, "You know, I can cook better than Denny's."
Denise!
Denny's, it's DGINNI''S. Like it's owned by a gin.
D-E... hold on. Denise. D-E-N-I-S-E.
The gin is named Denise.
I could cook better than Denise.
Zelfine is just rubbing her temples and
I figured I'd give you a break this morning. I mean, look, if you don't... Look, I mean, at least let me buy you lunch at Beholder Ray's or something. Beholder Ray's Pizza. They all claim to be the original, but I'm pretty sure most of them are simulacrums.
I'm pretty sure the real one died years ago.
Brimstone actually, like, at this, he's like, I hate to be, like, the stick in the mud, but now that you're here, we should probably actually talk strategy for what we're about to do. Because we're about to...
I get you. As Eamon gets close to you, notice he's, like, uncharacteristically disheveled.
Zelfine's eyes narrow.
Yeah, you're disheveled, and then you look over at Brimstone, who has grown at least 5 inches of hair somehow in the middle of the night.
He grew a beard.
It's a little scruffy.
Nice beard.
What? Oh, yeah, don't worry, I had an interesting night.
That's
Looks like
in a
you did
hairy
too.
Situation. Oh, everybody's hairy now.
I was already hairy, but also I don't know what you're talking about.
I can't grow hair on my body.
Eamon is going
That's a
to
fun fact.
Eamon is going to take his sword, and he's going to cut like just a little bit of beard hair, and he's going to kind of like press it on top of Tony's head.
It's a dream come true. Yay. And then, like, on top of his head, like, a mouth opens and eats the hair.
And
Oh god. Ah, so that's where it goes.
I could have warned you, but
No,
more
I
fun
was
this
I
way.
was mostly curious to see what would happen, and I was not disappointed.
I'm never disappointed.
anyway,
I'm glad. Here's a grand slam, Riley.
Grand Slam! she like she like takes the pancake in, like she holds on to the pancake and just shovels it in her mouth like
anyway,
Zelfine looks at the plate of like home cooking that she had tried to force Riley to eat and just shakes her head.
She wants the greasy, gross stuff from Denny's.
oh yeah, like the hangover cure.
Yeah, I ended up burning my eggs, so we went there instead.
I always burn everything I love. It's
Yeah, I got
fine.
distracted.
No. So, as far as where we're going, we're going to what this not the warehouse. What was the specific place we were going to?
You were going to send a note to Hugh and Lilac through Paperbird, and they were going to show you where the secret entrance was. They didn't actually tell you where it was.
Yeah.
Okay. So we don't know much about the terrain or where we're going, so we should probably talk at like general strategy before we go.
The only thing they hinted at that it's underground.
All right. Well, if it's underground, we have to be very careful about our approach because I would assume one way in, one way out.
At least one way in. Well, if there are multiple entrances, any entrances that entrances are going to be covered. It's not going to be easy to get in or out. And also, I doubt we'll be able to. It's unlikely that we're going to be getting backup from anybody.
So, should we bring in a big group, or do we want to go for a slightly more subtle approach? Because if we bring in a big group, we're going to get caught immediately.
I think that
we're also going to get bottlenecked into our one way in, one way out. So
Right. Okay. Maybe we organize backup to meet us outside, and they can try to come in after us if we call them in.
I think that any backup that we might think about, it's not going to be practical for them to stay out, because if this group notices people hanging around any entrances, they're going to have sentries. That could be an easily we want to get in as far as possible before they're alerted to our presence. I'm just working under the assumption that eventually we're going to get found out, and then it's going to be fighting from there on.
Okay.
I really don't think that we're going to be able to get through this entire thing without alerting people to our presence.
So it's going to be just the 6 of us. Or, I don't know, Percy, are you coming?
I assume Percy was coming.
Somebody's got to make an arrest at the end of this.
Yeah.
Just the 6 of us. We can make it if we try. Just the 6 of us. I hope we don't die.
I don't think that's
Nothing's
how
going
it
to pour
goes.
her another cup of coffee.
She laps it up like a kitten.
Oh.
Speaking of which, where's Lucky? Hi, Lucky. Lucky, you want
He's
a
on
little
the
bit of
table.
salami as a treat?
Yeah.
Just a little bit of salami.
Oh. I hope you don't mind the cat on the table, Percy. I'm doing it anyway.
I'm just beyond caring at this point.
Percy,
Go ahead.
I promise, after all this is over, I will pay to have your house professionally cleaned.
Thank you. I don't know if I'll get the acid sweat out of everything, but...
It's a start.
As far as all of our, assets and abilities and stuff, we're definitely looking at fighting Radiance. There's potentially other of her... There were a couple other people who were high-ups that we definitely are going to have to deal with. There was Radiance...
We don't know Alabaster's full status. We have to assume that we are going to have to fight her as well.
Yeah.
If we can, I absolutely want to save Alabaster.
Me too.
I'm with you there. It's just a big if.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, not to mention Ianvin's down there, and he's probably a dragon. So.
Oh yeah.
Kill his ass.
That's right.
I wanted to kill a dragon since I was 6 years old.
Dragon, rock dragon.
I can safely say the
dragon.
thought has never occurred to me.
Well, maybe
far
I
as,
should, or do you?
So big priorities are definitely finding and securing Wesley.
Yes.
we're gonna have to make a decision when we get to him about like whether we need to bring him with us just to keep him safe, or if we can have somebody extract him. It'll depend on how far in he is. Go ahead.
Yeah, that might be a safe thing to do is have somebody extract him.
If we
Just to
can,
make sure
do we have anybody in mind who would come in and play cleanup?
Org,
I'll do whatever it takes to get him back. And Riley actually kind of looks serious at this point.
Oh.
well,
If wherever it is, if we can have somebody like at a safe house nearby that we can send people to.
all right, I'm gonna get Korg and Gerardine on it.
Okay.
Gonna have to be somebody capable. Korg and Geraldine definitely are, but it won't be a matter of just sending Wesley to them. Somebody's going to have to come after him. We can't just send him off on his own to leave.
Well, Korg is an experienced bard who can blow things up with his voice, and I once saw Gerardine kill a wyvern with her bare hands. So,
But how do we get Wesley to them? Are they gonna come in to extract him, or do we need to send somebody with him?
I can have Maggie help.
Maggie would be a good help with that, hopefully, depending on the terrain that we're going through.
We also have paper birds left.
Yes,
They're-
Maggie will be the getaway speed.
I think I still.
Maggie, you ready to be the getaway steed?
I was born ready, Aemond.
I
If
love
we
you
can get
so
him,
much.
yeah, if we can, I think that as long as we can get him out of their hideout, we should be able to use Maggie and whatever other resources we have to get him away from the place.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
And
All right.
hopefully, if at that point, if we can cause maybe enough of a ruckus, maybe my best thought is, Percy, you might be the best person to get Wesley out of there.
That sounds fair enough, yeah.
That's the best thought that I have. Apart from that, I think we're probably gonna have to play it by ear mostly. The big thing is that, as far as Radiance goes, she's going to try and fuck with us, and she's going to try to do whatever she can to get Riley and mess with Riley's head. So Riley, I know you were stressed last night, but we've got your back.
I just stay
At the
close
very
to
least,
me.
in the presence of stay close to Aemond and definitely Saoirse. In the presence of Radiance, I'm not saying don't do magic. I'm not at all saying don't do magic, because that's how you need to defend yourself. But be careful about your emotions around her, because she wants to rile you up, to get a rise out of you, to hurt you.
Just rile her up, I get it. Sorry.
Good pun
Not
there. Good
appropriate,
pun
not
there.
appropriate.
But I'm just saying, be prepared for that. You do your best to be prepared for that.
It's gonna be tough.
Right. Percy, got any big brain
I
plans?
can do it. It's gonna be fine.
I don't have much to go on if we don't know where they are and what their layout is. I'm afraid I don't have a big brain plan right now.
Well, I think in that case we
Like a
better hit
smoker.
him hard and hit him fast.
Yeah, I think at this point, every second we use, just gives them more time to prepare. Any last thoughts? Anybody? Saoirse? Anything?
I got some intelligence from the Temple of Saloon that Alderson was seen with some of the Blade Brotherhood. I don't know in what capacity, but if there's a Mulani man, let me know and don't hurt him.
Definitely. I'm sorry I forgot about that.
It's alright.
Alright, so we've got 2 extractions to make.
Yes.
We can handle that.
Potentially 3, depending on Alabaster's situation.
All right. Do we know anyone else in the city who would be willing to help us?
There's the Bragendareth if you've got another 25,000 gold.
Sears
I
chokes into her coffee.
have.
You visibly see Percy kind of curl up into, like, cover his face and go,
What if we
Well-
send... No, they know about them. I was gonna suggest, what was the name of that bartender?
Oh, Wolfhard.
Wolfhard.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest, but they know Wolfhard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there is one other person, but I don't know if I want to put her in danger. Who am I kidding? She'll be fine. Estelle is an incredibly powerful sorceress.
Oh, she is very capable.
She's also very hot. What?
Ava's got a crush. Ooh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's okay. I also have a crush.
I certainly do not love her soft, pillowy lips and her what?
Anyway, I think
That's gay.
we want to go,
Delphine rubs her temples again.
I don't think that we can reach out to people until we know where this place is. So I think it's going to be a paper bird to whoever we need to let them know once we find the place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Should we give them a heads up that they need to be on the lookout for a paper bird?
I think actually that's a good idea.
All
Yeah,
right.
so we should probably not take too much time on that. So we maybe we take a second, go tell who we need to, come back here, and then let our contacts in the Brotherhood know that we're ready.
Gotcha. We'll meet back up here in an hour.
That should be good. Yeah.
All right.
Is that good with everybody else?
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And break.
montage.
Yeah.
Eamon's montage is like what's everyone's montage look like? Eamon's is like the like classic like, and then it's like
Sounds
Eamon's
like
walking.
Doom music.
And then, no, it's like it's supposed to be the refugee song. It's like and then Eamon's walking, and then Korg is walking next to him, and then Sheldon is walking next to him, and then Geraldine is walking next to him, and then Phil's walking next to them. And it's like
Armageddon style. Yeah.
So as far as people that we're putting on high alert, Korg, Geraldine,
and
Sheldon, but I'm assuming with Korg, Sheldon.
The crab.
Korg, Sheldon, Geraldine, Estelle, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Who else do we need to put on alert? Are we letting the guard know? Anybody in the guard, or no?
I'm going to let Tormund know to keep an eye out.
Okay. Yeah, Tormund.
Zelphine will take out her marble with which Jarlaxle scries on her and just kind of sigh like, I don't have anything left to bargain with, and I'm not asking for help, but I don't know, keep an eye out. It's the season finale of the soap opera my life has become to you.
Jarlaxle with popcorn, like, ooh.
Jarlaxle leaving a YouTube comment. Delphi is my favoriteest character.
You're my favorite deputy.
Is that everybody that we do we want to let Wolfhard know? Oh, go ahead.
Charlie's
Sorry.
on high priority. A high priority cutie. Uh-oh. No, don't tell her. No.
Do you want to go
Stella's
give her...
literally already here. She heard what you just said.
Did Zelphine see the shawl that Riley made for Charlie?
I think the shawl's in her room, in Riley's, yeah, so she doesn't have it with her. But I think she does know that, that she probably finished it, knowing Riley.
right, so if knowing that she worked on it was up all night, and she'll just kind of look at Riley. Did you get to finish the shawl? Do you want to give that to her now, or?
I do. I will. I'm gonna do that before we head out. I was gonna say, are you all ready? Are we doing this?
Eamon clicks yes on the menu that pops up that says, "Are you sure there's no turning back after this?" Although he does make a backup save just in case.
I think we're all as ready as we're ever gonna be.
Yeah. The only quickly
okay.
DM.
Yep.
Is Vincent Trench back? I'm like, if he's not, then I'm not gonna.
You don't know. You haven't gone to look at him.
I'd like to look in quickly to see if he's back.
Yeah, you go to open the door and it's locked.
Okay, that's good enough for Brem.
Aww. Rip.
Yeah, I think, unless anybody else had anything else, I think we're good to go.
Oh, okay. Riley's just trying to hype herself up and she's like going upstairs to to grab the shawl, and she trips a little. She's like, okay.
Eamon plays Eye of the Tiger on the lute.
This intense music of like giving a gift to your maybe girlfriend. Montage. What was it? Oh, it's a montage. Oh, how'd that song go? I forgot.
It's be a montage.
Thank you.
It's a montage.
Careful, we're gonna get content ID'd for this. Ah, no.
No.
It's so indistinguishable.
It's too accurate. Oh no.
Oh no, my impression is too good.
Not transformative enough.
Anyway, yeah, she grabs the shawl and she heads on over to. Oh wait, actually, yeah, she makes sure she looks okay, like somewhat decent. I bet her like hair's kind of disheveled a little.
So you wander over to the bookstore, and you open the door, but instead of Charlie, there seems to be a dragonborn woman standing behind the counter sorting books. She looks at you. Excuse me. Yes, can I help you?
Oh, hi. Is Charlie here?
Charlie is sleeping. She takes the evening shift.
Oh shoot. Well, I actually have something for her. I can't really come by during the evening time. Is she gonna come in today?
She does live above the store. I could go get her if it's urgent.
I don't know. I don't want to be a bother. Well, if she's still sleeping, if she's still sleeping, then leave her alone. But if she's able to come on down, that'd be great.
I will go check. Archimedes, please watch the store. And then, like, a tiny little owl comes and stands on the counter and stares at you and does not break eye contact as this dragonborn goes upstairs. The owl stares at you. Steal anything and it's on your hide, says the little owl.
I wasn't planning to. Do you want a treat?
Yes!
Riley grabs a little bit of bread from her pocket.
Give me!
You got it, dude.
He eats the bread. And...
You're a good little guy.
Damn straight!
Damn straight!
I'm the guard owl. I guard the shop.
Aw, you're doing awesome, dude. Keep it up. I love this dude. I love this little guy.
And yeah, it's at this point the dragonborn woman comes back downstairs, and following behind her is Charlie with like her big glasses are on, but with like a big long chain kind of wrapped around. Her hair is in a very messy bun, and she's wrapped up in a like gross looking blanket that she has that has like some holes in it. And she goes, "Hey, good morning." She comes over. "You're here early."
Oh. Sorry, oh man, I'm sorry I woke you up. Here. And she, like, shoves the shawl in her hands.
She, like, you can see, like, this light purple come over her face as she goes, thank you. And she opens it. Oh, this is lovely. Oh, you did this so fast.
Yeah, it's one of my skills. How I do. I hope you like it.
Yeah, she like kind of shuffles off the blanket and kind of folds it to the side and then wraps the shawl around her, and it is super shiny and like got that nice pattern of the stars that almost seem to sparkle as she like moves it around. And you can see her face light up though. The bags under her eyes are almost as bad as yours at this point.
Aww.
It's beautiful. Well, thank you.
Oh, that looks great on you. I'm so glad. You wear it so well.
Oh, it's lovely. I'd love to have you stay for tea, but I'm exhausted. I need to go back to sleep so I can do my shift in the evening.
Yeah, so sorry. I didn't even realize, but I'm glad I was able to do this for you before I had to go.
It's okay.
We're still on that coffee thing later.
Yeah.
Maybe not today, but sometime soon.
Yeah, you'll come in and do a proper date. Date? Oh, I mean, record a proper date in the books. Oh.
Right, of course. Yes. I would love that.
She gives you like...
Riley's just got a... Oh yeah, Riley's got a big old goofy grin on.
Yeah, and she returns that with a very soft-looking smile. And yeah, turns a bit pink and goes, we'll do it later. Come in when you can.
Yeah, have a good sleep.
Thank you.
I'll see you later.
And she goes back upstairs, and she kind of like glances over her shoulder and smiles again before leaving upstairs. And then you hear the Dragonborn woman go, "Archimedes, you're leaving crumbs all over."
Let the crumbs fall. Let the crumbs be crumbs.
Naughty little owl. And she like starts cleaning up the counter.
Yeah, Riley heads out.
All right. Now we do our like quick montage of people alerting other people and sending off the paper bird. And it's probably about noon when you get a paper bird back that is addressed to you all, telling you to come down to the dock ward, and that they'll meet you. That Hugh will meet you at he lists off a street corner, basically, that he will meet you at. And I realize that the map I have of Waterdeep is so blurry I can't read any of the street names, so we'll just say that you meet somewhere.
You know what? Let's make up some street names. This one's called McAfee.
McAfee.
Hang on. I got a blanket right here.
Yeah, please.
Hang on.
Oh, that's right, the blanket! Get the blanket!
I got a blanket with a mostly readable map. Let me see here. Dock Ward.
Oh.
Let me just find... Oh, hey, we'll make it super, super easy since it's in the dock ward. He's gonna meet us on the corner of Fish Street and Ship Street.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Nice.
Little on the nose with that one.
I was gonna say, or we can go on the corner of Snail Street and Net Street.
Let's go
Corner of
fishing
Snail
Net
and
Street.
Yeah.
D&D is a game about imagination.
I mean, there are some better ones on here, just not really in the dock
But
ward.
let's be honest. Fish and Ship Street, like it's this has been the sort of modus operandi for HDT ever since the very beginning.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
Might as well
We
end it the
deserve
way we
anything
began.
better than fish and ship.
I'm for fish and
There's Belnimbra Street, but it's a little far north for where I imagine we're headed.
Yeah.
Nah.
That is too hard to pronounce. Fish and ship is where we go.
Alright, corner of Fish and Ship it is.
Yeah.
Really quickly, before we head out, Zelfine's gonna go talk to Tony real quick.
Okay. Hey, Zelfie.
She's gonna cross her arms and look at him and go, Tongue of Madness, really?
It's good. It lets people tell all their secrets, which are valuable. What?
Okay, but these aren't just random adventurers that stumbled into your grotto, Tony.
No. It's a person I know and a random person that wandered into my grotto and then took me from my grotto. I thought I should actually get something out of this exchange of you taking me from my grotto.
Did you get anything useful from it?
Glee.
That's the most sadistic answer he possibly could have given. Holy shit.
Selphine just shakes her head and goes, Please be kind to these people. They're my family, just like you.
You're also emotional, though, and it feels so tingly. I like it.
Okay, fine. I get it. You're not around all the, like, creepy psionic mind-flaying things that you're used to feeding on, but, like, you know we're plenty emotional enough without any help.
But it was funny.
Alright, fine. Well, I'm keeping this, just so you know, at least for now.
Okay.
Alright, and Tony will notice the vibes get, like, super serious for a second, and Zelfine will just look at him and say, I need you to stay here again this time. If things go sideways for us, it won't be too long, I imagine, before the entire city knows that, so just get yourself somewhere safe, okay?
You know me. I always manage to slip away if things get too hairy.
I know. Hopefully, it won't come to that. I'll see you later, and I'll scold you for whatever you certainly mess up by then.
I won't
No more books,
disappoint.
though.
No more books.
No more books.
Didn't say
Except those
any.
books. Those are your books.
These are my
not
books.
his book.
See, I made a paper mache castle out of them, and and he has.
That's incredibly detailed, Tony. I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
Yep, you got parapets and everything. Okay, and she's gonna give him, like, a hug to the extent that she can, a flump.
Yeah, there's too many tentacles involved, but it is as nice a hug as you can muster.
Yeah. Alright, bye, Tony.
Bye, Zelfie. Try not to die horribly.
I'll make it nice, then. How's that?
Sounds good.
Alright, and she'll head out with the others.
Yeah. So you start heading down south. And sure enough, you make your way to the dock ward. It's getting to be about afternoon now, but you spot Hugh standing by the side of the road, big fluffy beard out, looking a bit nonchalant, leaning against a wall.
As we walk, Brimstone is definitely going to get as many details as he can from Saoirse about Alderson's appearance, because he knows what Wesley looks like, he knows what Alabaster looks like, but I don't think she's described Alderson to him.
No, I don't think she has.
Yeah. But just anything so that we could reasonably identify him, if any, if we needed to.
It's been about a decade since I've seen him, but about my height, dark hair, dark circles under his eyes. Usually seems a bit more panicked than not, even in normal situations.
Okay.
A bit of a scholarly look about him.
Gotcha. And he'll just, kind of make note of that. Brimstone seems very kind of far away at this moment, but, not in a bad way. He just seems very pensive looking at everybody. Saoirse might notice he's definitely, darting around and, sort of, his eyes as we're walking seem to be, sort of looking at everybody and sort of, kind of, the best way to describe it is, just taking in their whole sort of appearance and everything, before moving on to the next person, just trying to kind of take in it all at once.
She's gonna kind of lay a hand, on his forearm as they're walking. She's not gonna look at him, eyes straight forward, and just... They can take care of themselves. This isn't Devil's Aegis again. You don't need to memorize them.
He kind of nods and doesn't say anything initially, and then... for the longest time, I was scared of dreaming, of hoping. And then suddenly I wanted to again. And I don't know, it's... I guess looking at this, I don't feel afraid of what's about to happen. I feel not excited, but I don't know, eager, hopeful. I'm ready to make it right. And things aren't going to be perfect. Something is probably going to go wrong, but I had a strange dream last night, and I guess the takeaway that I got from it was that there is always something waiting on the other side of the next rise. Whether it be, something good, something bad, something different, there's always something next. And I'm ready to find out what that next thing is.
She just smiles at him.
And he doesn't say it, but he definitely thinks it in a directed way. He thinks, I hope you're proud of the choices I've made, Grandma. And that's all.
All right.
He definitely seems to relax, though.
All right. So yeah, you come.
Riley's.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say Riley's a jittery mess.
Riley visibly vibrating.
Yeah. Just visibly vibrates.
Percy leans over to Zelphine. You sure she's going to be all right? Perhaps we should have left her back at home with Flumph.
I know she's not in a great state right now, but having her with us is much safer than leaving her somewhere for Radiance to find. At least this way she'll be with us.
All right.
We're ready to. You all ready to kick some Brotherhood ass?
Yeah, let's do it. Yes. Let's go.
And we'll approach you, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, you come up. He kind of like lifts an eyebrow and looks over at you and goes, "Ah, there you are. I was beginning to think you were ditching me, or something happened."
We had a lot on our to-do list.
Well, if tonight's the night, or today, I guess, it's a bit afternoon at this point. I've sent Lilac off ahead. She was going to try and distract as many off Brotherhood members as we could. Lead them down a certain path, thinking that we found Riley somewhere else. Thinking it would at least give us an opening. So, kids, are we all ready to get down to it? Wow.
The game.
He, like, turns to you and go, "You look like shit, dear."
I feel like shit, man.
Well, I'm sure by the end of this, you'll feel a lot worse. Don't worry. And he just laughs.
Okay, that's awesome.
Let's get going.
He flips his hood up.
Did
and goes,
everybody pee? We're not turning the
Did
car
everybody-
around.
Everyone has snacks? Everyone has snacks?
Yeah.
Zelphine pulls out her bag of undermallows. We're good, let's go.
Got snacks. Good, good.
She'll give one to Riley.
Aw, yeah, Riley's gonna keep it in her pocket.
Okay.
Saoirse's gonna go
Pocket
ahead and cast Bless on Riley, Zelphine, and Brimstone.
Gotcha.
Oh, nice.
How long does that last?
That's a,
Oh, never mind. Wait a minute. That's a minute. Never mind. I'll do
Yeah.
that later. Sorry. I thought that was
Okay,
just
wait,
a
yeah.
status thing.
Bless is
Never
one you
mind.
want to
Yep,
do in...
bless.
yeah, bless is one you want to do in combat.
Yeah, my B.
For sure.
Yeah. No, I was going to say...
We're fighting now, let's
You
go!
don't want to do it right yet. It's a one I use a lot as Anoki, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're good.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So Hugh starts to lead you around through twists and turns until he gets to what looks like an entrance underground. He leads you down into a tunnel that just kind of snakes around. It feels very damp down here, being by the dock ward. But eventually he goes to the end of a hallway and clicks on a panel on the door, and the door a wall slides open, and he leads you down into this other area that has a ladder going down, and you end up in the sewers down here.
It's better down where it's wetter.
Sorry, what? I didn't hear you.
I said, darling, it's better down where it's wetter, but this is the sewers, so it's not better.
No, you don't want to touch this wet stuff. Would not recommend.
No.
There's a face in the
Who?
water there.
Who drew a face? Come on.
I saw the face in the ripples in the water.
It wasn't me this time, I swear.
It was me.
How dare you draw a face on top of the face?
Oh, that is a face, though. Throw him the body. Maggie, in case we don't make it out of this alive, I want you to know I love you.
I love you too, Aemond. There's a lot of stairs going down, and a ladder.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You can stay up there.
Thank you, Aemond.
I know you're not so good with ladders or stairs.
I don't have opposable thumbs.
Yeah.
So, yeah. As you head down this ladder and, like, your feet hit this, like, kind of wet ground, you realize, yeah, you're in the sewers. It smells awful. Everything's got this, like, green slick to it, but it seems to be lit magically with different, like, globes along the edges. And Hugh, he kind of, like, dusts himself off as he hits the bong and goes, so you go that way to get to the front entrance. We're not going that way. We're going up and around to the back entrance. The only problem with that is it does lead by a certain underground area that certain someone might be kicking around in. But the other way is too heavily fortified.
Can you not be so cryptic, please?
Yeah,
No.
who's the certain someone?
The druid. What's his face?
Yanvin.
Yeah, that's it. Smug little bastard.
Yikes.
We'll be sure to
Okay.
pay him a nice visit.
He doesn't really
I'd
talk
rather-
to us rabble-rousers, low-grade grunts in his eyes. So,
Sounds about right.
you know, if he's not going to know my name, I ain't going to know his. You know
That's
what I
not
mean?
gonna
I
matter
like-
long.
I like this guy.
All right.
Brimstone is definitely going to sanguine scent and spend a hit dice so that he can know exact locations and numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's going to be so sanguine scent. Yeah, so he's definitely going to be keeping a perceptive nose out while we're walking forward.
Yeah. So immediately you smell everything is disgusting. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Very valid.
At disadvantage, because you're in a sewer.
That is extremely valid. Alright, let me see what we got here. Ooh. Well, that was a natural 20 and a 2. Hold on, let me get my modifier. That's a total of 9.
Yeah. You feel immediately sick to your stomach. Like you want to retch.
Okay.
In your head, though, you're like, okay, there's 52 rats in this general area. But the rest of it
Got
is...
that down.
Yeah. Everything else, though, you're a little hazy on because it smells so bad on here that
Okay.
your normal, like, distance doesn't really work down here super well.
Okay.
You look like you're about to puke, my dude.
I am about to puke.
Can you do it into the sewer? Water?
Trust me, Eamon, there's not really many places that are, like, better to puke than others down here. It's all bad.
Mm-hmm.
So he will do his best to hold it together, but he's probably not going to rely on it too much until we get closer to, where everybody else is. So
Yeah.
He's still gonna keep it up, so I'm not like wasting the hit dice and thing.
Yeah, you're just gonna be not feeling super great.
Yeah.
Which I wish there was more mechanics for that for here. I would have given you the sickened condition from Pathfinder, but that doesn't work here.
Okay, so yeah, where he's definitely not going to be too much help going forward as far as nose perception and stuff.
Yeah, down here at least. We'll keep it up for the next area, but yeah, down here it's you smell lots of rats and then immediately felt sick.
Mm-hmm.
So Hugh starts walking down, kind of ignoring that Brim looks like he's going to vomit. Feels like he's used to people looking like that as they wander down here.
Brim's gonna fall behind him quickly. He wants to get out of here soon.
Yeah. And he crosses over these planks, and you realize as you like get close that these planks are not super sturdy looking.
Oh, good. This looks safe. This isn't OSHA safe.
It was definitely not OSHA safe. He goes, "Watch your footing."
Can I do a running jump across instead?
Yeah, you can.
Oh shit.
Athletics, yes.
Yep. It's either going to be athletics to jump across or acrobatics to walk across.
Okay. That's gonna be an 8.
An 8 total.
Well, I mean, is that the distance? Isn't that the distance that I can just run and jump?
Oh, I thought you were rolling.
I was rolling, yeah.
And you got an 8.
Yes, I did get an 8.
Okay. Then, yeah, you go to jump and you fall in the water.
Yeah, it's 10 feet across.
Oh.
Don't know. I mean, I rolled,
okay?
so it's whatever.
You okay there, Brim?
I'm just gonna get to the other side and step out.
Yeah, now you're wet and stinky.
Yep.
Oh no! It's got the wet.
I just did not want to try my weight on those because I'm a big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eamon does a dramatic leap. 13.
Okay, yeah, with the 13, you, like, hit the edge, kind of, like, lean back a little bit, wave your arms, and then land perfectly fine.
Y'all got ups. Y'all jumping around.
And yeah, everybody else either got to acrobatics to walk across the planks or athletics.
Considering my acrobatics are a -1, I'm gonna try and do a leap.
Can I use my? Can I aid people by like trying to catch them on the other end to give them advantage? Oh, okay, you don't need any help.
Yeah, no, Saoirse, like, you go to put your arms out and she lands next to you. Perfectly fine. Didn't even need it.
Aladdin. Fucking Jasmine just like, phew.
Yeah.
You got it. Riley is gonna tiptoe on the planks.
Okay.
Very, very carefully.
Roll me acrobatics.
Fucking of course. It's a 5.
So yeah, you get like a little bit out and then fall into the water, but like the
Did
opposite
you get advantage
way.
because I'm helping, or
No, because she's not jumping.
No,
darn?
I'm not jumping. Yeah, you can't reach me, unfortunately.
Yeah, she is not jumping. She is tiptoeing across the planks. So you fall into the water, and the current starts to pick up.
Oh no.
So
Oh no.
roll me a strength saving throw.
Fuck, I can't.
You are within 10 feet of Eamon, so you have +5 to the.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Also, reminder, because you're exhausted, you do have disadvantage on all ability
I forgot,
checks.
yes.
So it even would have
On
been
skill
worse,
checks.
probably.
That's a 7.
Cool.
That's a 7 there.
Yeah, you start
Plus 5.
floating. Plus 5 is an 11. So yeah, you start floating down the river.
That's a 12.
12.
No,
oh, yeah,
I did add... Dan, I did add 5.
Oh,
I did
sorry.
add 5.
I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, she starts floating
I
down
got
the
a
river.
3, and I have a 3. I got a 3, and I have a -1 mod. Oh my god.
Something's going to try to catch her.
Okay. Gonna need probably athletics from you, Zelfie, to try and catch her and
Good
pull
thing
her up.
I'm great at that one.
Yeah.
Can I help?
No,
You're on the wrong
not
side.
from where you are.
Yeah,
Damn.
hang on just a second. I
Nice
just gotta
try.
look at something.
Yeah. Your girl's floating down the river.
Okay. Athletics. 16?
Oh yeah, with the 16 you grab onto her. You can't quite pull her out of the water yet, but she is no longer floating down the river.
Ah.
She's gonna shout out to Percy since he's the one on the right side here and go, help!
Yep. And I'm on my way, and he comes over and he tries to help you pull her out. Let me just get his sheet open. Yeah. Between the two of you, you managed to pull Riley up and out of the water.
I think that probably Eamon and Rim probably would have gone across to like the other side to maybe see, if we can assist from this side at all. I don't know how much assisting we could do, but just like so we're there,
Well, at this point, not a whole lot because Percy and Zelfing have pulled her out of the water.
Ugh. This is a good start to the adventure.
DM,
Thank you.
the boards, they look rickety, like falling off is is clearly a danger, but do they look like with sure footing they would support the weight of 2 people at once?
Yes.
Okay. Can Zelfine try to help Riley across to like Can I assist her while also crossing it myself?
Yes. It would be a penalty to you for the roll.
Okay, so if I could assist her to go so she could do it not at disadvantage, she could have like normal roll at it, and I could do it at disadvantage then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aw.
Selfie's gonna try that. We're gonna do we're gonna do some acrobatics again.
Okay.
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 Let's find out.
She starts leading you over.
Crossing
I rolled.
those thingies.
So that's a +5, yeah?
Because of what she's doing, you get a straight roll instead of disadvantage for this.
Do we both get the +5 from Amond?
Yes, from here, as long as he hasn't moved from here.
I have not moved. I'm focusing really hard to help you.
Okay, so mine is a 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 15.
Cool. Yeah, both of you managed to get across the bridge.
Yay! Thank you. Sorry, I'm a klutz.
And let's see if Percy can make it.
Dear God.
Percy dies.
He gets like about halfway through and like his foot wiggles a bit because the boards are loose and he straights himself and then gets across.
Whew. Now the hard part's done. Let's keep going.
Eamon kind of like looks at everyone else and all the difficulty they have, then he looks at Saoirse and he just kind of shrugs.
Saoirse is perfect in every way.
It's the way my legs are, because they're bent like this. I've got a good jump.
I also have a good jump because I'm jacked as hell. Let's keep going.
Wow, okay.
And you're humble, too.
flex.
And then
Don't forget it.
Percy starts to walk away.
That's fucking good. Got him.
Brimstone, before he returns to the same side as everybody else, is going to shake himself off as a dog.
Yeah, dog style. Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's not turning into a dog, but as a dog would.
Yes.
Yes.
And he, like, kind of covers himself a bit as you do that and goes, wow, jeez.
Eamon's, like, very happy that he's wearing armor that is permanently clean.
It didn't even matter. We would all gotten gross anyway.
Okay, so we're crossing this other bridge. Is it fine?
Yes, this one is more fortified. It's not just a collection of, like, planks. So this
Yeah.
one's an easy crossover.
By the way, I forgot I had prestidigitation.
Everyone's favorite spell.
Right.
Makes everything
Yes! Yay! Actually, yeah, Riley's gonna do that real quick. She's gonna slap everybody and go pop, pop, pop.
cool. Yeah, you no longer are wet and smell of poo gas, but it still smells like poo gas down here.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
At least we don't smell like poop ass. At least we don't smell like Updog.
What's up, dog?
What's up with you, bud?
But
Lord.
Never change. Never change.
We are on our way to save the world.
Yeah, we're following you.
Can you imagine?
all right, come on, Bominos. Everybody, let's go, etc., etc.
Alright, and so Hugh kind of leads you around this corner here. I'm just going to reveal the area in a second. And as you all kind of turn this corner, you see like an entrance, another ladder going up, but you're also met with 4 individuals blocking your path.
Oh.
Oh no.
Not individuals.
And you recognize them immediately as the crew that you saw from the Ye Old Grape, the half-elf, the tiefling.
Woo!
And as you like turn the corner, they kind of ready weapons and goes, "Sorry, mate, can't let you go any further."
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no.
Eamon is going to... Who's the one who was dating the bartender again?
Belfier, the half-elf.
Belfier.
Eamon is going to look at Belfier and say, you know, when we went to speak to your boyfriend, he was very, very cooperative. We're currently taking care of him at a safe house, but if you want to make sure he stays safe, I suggest that you pass. I suggest that you let us pass.
Hey.
Don't lie to me. He's not in
Can
any
I make
safe
an
house.
intimidation check, or...
Yeah, you can make an intimidation check if that's what you're going for.
That is what I'm going for. That is a... Oh, shit, I rolled terrible. I rolled an 11.
Yeah, he just kind of looks at you and goes, "You're no scarier than the rest of the paladins that beat the shit out of us all the time."
Okay, well, do you want another paladin to beat the shit out of you? I suggest you step aside.
Aemond.
No. Wait.
This is not how we're doing
not-
this, Aemond.
We're not here to fight. Maybe.
Not here to fight them.
Eamon will set aside his weapons and cross his arms and go, fine, but we don't have time for this.
And the orange tiefling with the big axe, she's like holding it kind of awkwardly, and she goes, "Look, we could just end all this if you just give us her," and points to Riley. We need her to save the world. Come on.
Doubt
That's
that,
not-
but okay.
Out of the question.
Yeah, that's not happening. Sorry.
You're trying to end the world. I don't think you realize what you're doing.
Don't. You're being silly. No. This will bring about
And you're being
paradise.
naive.
Let me be extremely clear. If you open that portal and devils start to pour out of it, it could mean the end not just of Waterdeep, but of Sword Coast and the entirety of Toril. The unending armies of hell will sweep across nation after nation, destroying everything in their path. Do you really want all that blood on your hands?
Roll me persuasion, because they don't think that's what's going to happen.
That's an 18.
Okay, with an 18, they kind of like stop and like look at each other and go, "You think they're opening a portal to hell?"
I know they're opening a portal to hell.
I'm the key to that portal. That's
Is
what
it
she
when
wants me
She
for.
told us she was going to open a door to paradise, where nobody will hurt anymore.
Brimstone just shakes his
Yeah.
head. That's not
Yeah,
what's
that
going to
ain't it.
happen.
I'm not saying you have to help us. All we want is for you to leave us be.
So, if we're going to be avoiding a fight here, I'm going to make this a skill challenge instead. So, we've got one success. We'll say 3 successes to 3 failures before you hit 3 failures. Somebody else, what will you want to try and do to make them see reason?
Brimstone will kind of like... He will step forward and he will produce like Tyrell's greatsword and Tyrell's and his tail, the belt that Tyrell had.
Okay.
And he'll kind of look at all of them and say, "You were there when we took him down, Tyrell."
Yeah.
You know what he is. You know what he's like. The things that Radiance wants to do are not going to rid the world of people like him. It's not going to make it a safer place for people like us, just to bring more hurt into the world. I would love to believe that, you know, a paradise is on the horizon from what Radiance is doing, but that's just not the case. The way that she's treated the people around her, the way that she's treated you all, it's not something that someone who really wants to help the world would do. And I know it's hard to believe us, but the things that we have seen, the things that we've heard from people who have been hurt by Radiance, what she wants to do is far worse than what benefit it could give us. I have first-hand experience with the way that the Hells work, and they are not going to be. It's not going to be pretty.
So we already rolled persuasion. This is kind of like relying on your previous knowledge of like the Hells.
Yeah.
So could you roll me Arcana?
Okay.
Would he have his proficiency on that since he's got knowledge of the hell?
I won't say proficiency, but I'll say it's going to be like a +3.
Okay. Hey, that's gonna be. Do I get any advantage from any of that?
Nope.
Oh.
Actually, wait. I have my Hunter's Bane. Intelligence and checks to recall information about Fey Fiends and Undead.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey.
Use that.
Hey.
So I have advantage on that, right?
Yeah, then you do.
I think you also have the haunted one background stuff. I don't know if that would apply here.
I don't know if that would. No, Haunted one is this part of the darkness thing. Okay, that's better. So that's going to be a total of 11.
Okay. That's for the sake of skill challenges. That is a success, but it's a narrow success.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
They kind of like stop and like exchange looks at this point again, and kind of mull over what you say. But I'm going to need at least, we need one more success. So
I would like to attempt one using insight. Zelfine's gonna kind of look at the whole bunch and go, I don't even know how much she's told you about her actual plan. If I had to guess, not much. I don't know if you've seen the actual devils that have been summoned in the streets, or the types of dragons that she's been befriending and housing in a city that, is supposed to be protected from them. But even just from your experiences, all of this fighting that you've had to do, all the fighting that you think you have ahead of you now, is that really what paradise looks like to you?
Alright. Roll me that insight.
Let me see.
By the way, just saying, I really love... Oh, sorry.
I was still on disadvantage, but if we go with the first one, it's a 15.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Nice.
In these cases, we always take the first one. So, 15 is still a success. And you see Belfier's, like, swords... Well, his daggers go down a bit. And he sheathes them. And he looks over at everybody else, and they kind of lower their staves and axes. Guys, this is a lot of work and my head's starting to hurt. And says Salem, the little Triton. And Ashford, they just kind of shake their head and goes, I never wanted to hurt anybody. I wanted to help. I thought I was helping. Belfier, like, kind of looks away. Humans have hurt so many of us. Wolfhard seemed like the only one that really cared. I thought maybe this would help everybody, but... I can't stand by Radiance if she's really summoning the hells. Damn it, we're the Brotherhood, not her. We should be making the decisions about what we do. She's up there in her room, locked herself away with all kinds of creepy shit. Dawn kind of looks at him and goes, I did see them summon a devil, but I thought they had it, like, under their control, and it would be something good. Sometimes wizards control devils for good, I guess.
Eamon's gonna show up a massive scar.
This kind of stuff. I really don't know much about wizards.
It's not... She is not in control of all this. It's like chaotic magic is what she's dealing with. And it's not good. It's not good for anyone. I know firsthand. I'm chock full of it.
We all know firsthand the kind of stuff that she's done.
It's just going to bring chaos and destruction, not paradise or peace that you all wish for.
You're right. I can see it in your eyes that you believe wholeheartedly what you're saying. Things have been kind of fucked up lately.
Yeah.
Look, we'll let you go. Just be careful. Up ahead's the poisoner. I don't much care for him.
Alright.
I need to ask, there are 3 people we need to know the whereabouts of. You might not, but do you know where Alabaster is?
She's with Radiance, I believe.
Oh, yeah. The two of them went off to the thing. That big crystal thing? You know.
Yeah, the ancient gate or whatever the hell.
Oh, good.
Okay. Do you know where Wesley is?
Yeah, that guy. He's in one of the cells. We got some jail cells for... She stops and thinks for a second. You know, people that run away? That sounds really bad now that I think about it.
Yeah, it sounds kind of bad.
Bad. It's kind of bad if you think about it hard enough. Yeah.
And last it was a hold on, I'm checking back in the chat just to make sure that I know. What was he? What? Sarah, I don't remember what he was. He was a
Milani.
Milani man.
Yes.
Alderson, I think was his name.
They all kind of like exchange a look, and Ashford, like, they tilt their head and go, "Oh yeah, he was helping Radiance. He found this place. He was researching the ancient civilization that built these ruins up ahead. Radiance came to him looking for information about it. I don't know where... He must be down there somewhere. I haven't really explored the main campus in a little bit."
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm afraid I don't really know much about the ruins that Radiance has us all holed up in.
You know, frankly, I don't either.
I just thought they were pretty.
I like your attitude.
Okay, well, whatever you all want to do, we gotta go.
Just keep yourself safe, okay? Because things are gonna go down.
And if there's any other members of the Brotherhood who you think might listen to you about this, I'd talk to them about it, you know.
Yeah, get them out of here.
And like you guys said, you're the Brotherhood, not her.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's
I want to...
exactly what we're going to do.
I'm sorry for being so, you know, but look, I wouldn't...
Aggressive?
Kind of a prick.
Okay, I get it, but you know I wouldn't do this unless the fate of the world was literally on the line. I don't make idle threats to people for no reason.
Yeah, you
No,
stressing. You're good.
No, yeah.
Like, I just don't much care for religious types, but if you're gonna go save the world, go save the world. Do us proud or whatever. We're gonna go get our people and make good.
That's all we ask.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah, so the four of them kind of shuffle off to the side and watch you as all of you go towards the ladder at the edge here. As you all start climbing up, you're suddenly hit by a completely different air. Instead of being so pungent and gross, you smell like fresh water suddenly underground. And the scent of moss and vegetation growing. As you come up into this little grotto, you see something green move out of the corner of your eye. But that is where we're going to end it for today.
Motherfucker.
Holy crap. Holy crap, Lois.
I'm assuming, by the way, Sushi was very bothered by the information we received about Alderson there.
Yeah.
Yeah! That was a big shocker, actually.
Reminder that the grunts don't know the full story, so...
Yeah, he's in a holding cell right now? I'm sorry, I'm so confused.
Wesley's in a holding cell. Alderson's fucking around somewhere. Probably, unfortunately, I think probably near the gate with the Radiance and Alabaster, probably.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
And
No.
we're gonna fight us a dragon, guys. Ooh.
Oh, we're gonna beat a dragon, guys.
We're gonna die from a dragon.
We're sure
We're gonna
try.
win. We're gonna Fortnite dance on his corpse.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Delphine just get down.
Alright, well, thanks for playing, everybody. Bye!
Bye.